Hello and welcome to Parent Orientation. My name is Miss Alexis and I am one of the teachers here at Creekside Christian Montessori, CCM. In this parent orientation, I'm going to cover information that you will need to know. This is either changes from last school year that are different from this school year, or information our new families will need to know and a little bit of why we do what we do. So first, I want to talk about pickup and drop-off. So if your child is coming between 7 o'clock and 7:50 in our before school program, you will enter through the main set of doors. What you do is you go in, you ring the doorbell, and a teacher will come in and bring your child to the before school program. For those students who are starting the day at 8 o'clock, drop-off will be outside. Teachers will be outside and we will open the gate at 7:55, and the gate will remain open until 8:15. Students will enter outside through the gate and will get to play outside in the playground until 8:15, until the bell rings. Children can either walk to the gate by themselves or you as parents can walk them to the gate. We ask, though, that goodbyes are said before a child gets to the gate, as this makes a really smooth drop-off process. Now at 8:15, the gate will close and we will begin our day. So if you are arriving past 8:15, we ask that you enter through our main set of doors and sign your child in. And this is for us to be able to track as attendance has already been done and submitted to know what time they came here. So if you are late, please enter through the main set of doors, check your child in. There will be a clipboard right from the office. And this is also how you will check your child in and out if they have appointments throughout the school year. Our school day ends at 3 o'clock and pickup will also be outside from 3 o'clock to 3:15. For those students who are signed up for our half-day program, you will pick your child up at the front entrance doors. When your child is done with their half-day program, their teacher will bring them to the door. So you will not need to ring the doorbell. We will bring your child to you. However, for those who are in the after-school room, we ask that you enter through the front entrance and that you do ring the doorbell. The children are going to be playing in the rooms. We have board games, we have activities, we have a whole schedule for after school. And we ask that you ring the doorbell, as we're not going to be standing here waiting for you to come. So we ask that you ring the doorbell, and when we see you, then we will bring your child to you. And after school is from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. This school year with illnesses, we do have to be smart and we will need to communicate with each other. What Creekside Christian Montessori, what we are going to do is we have big poster boards located by the gate, and these are colors green, yellow, and red. Green means that there are no current COVID cases at our building, in our school. Yellow means either one student or one parent has tested positive for COVID. And red means more than one student at our building at the same time has COVID. And so what we need from you is we need you to communicate with us. We need you to let us know as soon as test results come back so that we can communicate effectively to each other, so that we can make the right choices for our children, for our school, and that we can keep making this a healthy place that children can come to learn. Now, if your child does have any medication that needs to be given to them throughout the school day for pre-existing illnesses, we ask that you go to the office and fill out a form, as we do allow noon medication. However, we ask that any other medication that is needed that you give to them before school starts and then after school is over. We will only give the noon medication. Now, if your child is not feeling well and needs medication throughout the day, that means they're not well enough to come to school. The only exceptions are pre-existing conditions like allergies and asthma who needs an inhaler, things like that. We ask that this year, as we know that we're not in the clear for COVID, that you communicate with us and we make smart decisions in keeping our children at home when they are sick. Because if the teachers are able to stay healthy and if our students are able to stay healthy, we will have a great school year. Now, if your child is not feeling well, they will be sent home. Another thing that I want to talk about is allergies, and this is food allergies. So this school year, we do have multiple peanut allergies this year. So because of that, we are not allowing peanuts or peanut butter to be brought into the toddler, preschool, and kindergarten classroom. We ask that you take mind of this as you're packing your children's lunches. Now, elementary students, they are able to pack what they want, as children by that age are able to know what they can and cannot eat. If your child is having a birthday, we are going to continue to do the same thing that we did last year. We ask that you do not bring in anything from home, and if you want to celebrate your child's birthday with a treat, it must be a store-bought item. With lots of allergies and different food sensitivities in our school, it is best that we know what is on the label, and that helps us make the best decision of what we feed the students. So now we're going to talk about what happens if you want to add a day. What happens if you have to get called into work early and you need care for your child? So in this room right here, located right over there actually, so it's the room right across from the office, we have something called an add a day form. And what that is if you have to go in early for work and you need to sign your child up for before school, or if your child is not already coming 5 days a week and you need to sign them up for one of the days of the week, you may do so. All you need to do is fill out the form and check what day and time you want them to come, sign the form, and you can either give it to Mrs. Boehm in the office or put it right in the black tray that's located in this room, and that will be added to your child's schedule. Now on the back of that form is either add hot lunch or take away hot lunch. Now we know throughout the school year things change. Either children don't like what's on the menu, they're not eating hot lunch very well, or they want hot lunch and they're like, Mom, Dad, please sign me up for hot lunch. I want it so bad, it looks so good. And so we have that option for you to add it. However, numbers are already submitted for August and September. So we ask that if you do want to add hot lunch for October, that you fill out the form right away in the next 2 weeks so numbers can be submitted to West De Pere School District. And if you are going to take it away, we also ask that you let us know within the first couple weeks as well. They are doing something with hot lunch that is different this year from the previous years. Instead of getting a hot lunch menu for the whole month, knowing what you're going to eat every day, and us being able to print that off and give it to you, West De Pere School District is no longer sending us a copy of the menu. What they are doing is it's all online. So if you go to West De Pere School District, you will go online and it's going to be week by week. They are having a problem with getting supplies in each week and being able to follow the schedule due to COVID and resources and when shipments are coming in. So the schedule will be weekly and it will only be online on their website. So if you want to know what your child is having for lunch the first couple days of school, for the first week of school, go to their website and you can find all that information on there. I want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me as there's been a lot of information. Now, the very last thing that I want to talk to you about is the goal of Montessori, why we do what we do and why us teachers believe so much in the Montessori way. Dr. Maria Montessori was the founder of Montessori teaching. She believed and discovered how important the first 6 years of a child's life were. She was the doctor who studied children and their brain development, and she found how important the first 6 years of life were. She looked at the first 3 years, being 0 to 3, and said this was a time for nurture, for children to be able to have their needs being met and understood, and how important it is for them to feel loved. She also looked at the ages from 3 to 6, and she found that at this age, children have this amazing ability to absorb information that we as adults no longer have. She realized that during this time in a child's life, that the information learned when they are 3 to 6 years of age, it will stay with them for the rest of their life. When a child is taught and is given the opportunity to take in information and can be put in a place where they can learn when they are young, it will give them this amazing foundation for the rest of their life. Now, Dr. Maria Montessori saw that as they grow and as they learned, instead of starting from scratch, the children who were given this early childhood education actually had an advantage because they were able to build upon their knowledge for the rest of their life. And she found that if a child is not given the ability to learn, to absorb information, is not taught in their first 6 years of their life, she found that they may never reach mastery as well as some who was given that foundation from 3 to 6. Just think languages, for example. There are children that learn 2 languages by the time they're 4 years old. And when we try to do that as adults, we cannot become as good as they are. It takes us years and years and years just to get close to their mastery level. And that's because this period is so important and so special when they're 0 to 6 years of age. Now, this is why Dr. Maria Montessori opened up a Montessori school. She believed and she saw and she understood the importance of early childhood education. And that's our goal here at CCM, is to create an environment where your child or your children love to learn, where they're able to learn and that we can give them the opportunity to grow, to be nurtured, and to be loved. Our goal is that we can provide them skills that will be able to last them for the rest of their life. An example of this is when I went to college, I studied ASL, American Sign Language. And I didn't touch sign language in years, but when I was a student here at Creekside Christian Montessori, I learned sign language. In the very first 3 months of my classes, it was all information I already knew. Why? Because I learned it when I was 4 and 5 years old, 4, 5, and 6. And I was given that foundation and it never left me. So instead of struggling like some of my peers were to try to learn the signs, learn the words, and learn how to communicate, I was always one step ahead of the game because I never had to start from scratch. I could just build and build and build the new things I was taught because I already had that foundation. And that's our goal, is to give the children the opportunity and to support them the whole way through in their life so that they can reach that level of mastery too. We are so excited to start the school year. And the students are going to be so shocked as they come in, as we have rearranged and changed so many things, added new things to our school day, added new routines. They're going to be really excited for when they come. But I want to thank you guys so much for trusting us with your child or children and for giving us the opportunity to do what we love, which is to teach. I can't wait to see you all soon.